So in today's video, I'm going to show you this amazing new modern farmhouse style home just outside San Antonio, Texas. But I really want to show you one thing and one major flaw that I think the builder did in this house that they didn't deliver, and maybe why this house sits on the market longer than others. But anyways, again, my name is Rob. I am with the Robert Anthony Real Estate Group out here serving San Antonio and the greater San Antonio area. This is absolutely beautiful. I love what they did here with the chopped limestone up front. They went with like an alabaster color on the modern farmhouse style with black frame windows, which I think is always pretty cool from that perspective. Beautiful cedar beams up front, highlight that elevation. And I love that big picture window that they did out here. Obviously in the winter here in San Antonio, although the temperatures are a little bit warmer today, the vegetation is a little behind. From that perspective, see a gorgeous entry right there as well. Would have been nice to have double doors here. They just went single. I get it as a spec home, not wanting to put in that additional expense. So as soon as you come in, some of the highlights of this home as soon as we get going here is you have a step ceiling with a gorgeous industrial farmhouse style chandelier. And right off to the right is an office space, and this is probably 11 feet by 11 feet. What I love what they did here, they put the ceiling fan in one, but two, there's crown molding and it's 12-foot high ceiling. So you get that additional space. Obviously, if you want to do a drop-down chandelier, you could. But the double glass doors, as soon as you come in off to the right, so you get that natural light. That faces off to the south over there, so you have the ability to have these pillows. You get all that natural light coming in, which is fantastic. So, a lot to unpack here. This is the main hub of the home. You have a main entertaining space, right? So you have the great room here, kitchen and dining, all kind of combined as one. We're seeing that in a bunch of new floor plans now that the new construction guys are doing. They did do the step ceiling up there with crown molding and the ceiling fan. It would have been nice to put an electrical outlet in the floor. I know some people love that, some people don't. I am a big fan of that from the standpoint of, you know, if you have a lamp that you want to plug in, or you have the nice fancy sectionals that you're able to get the electrical going to that instead of having to run cables all over the place and then put a rug or something like that over those. One feature I think would have been really nice here in the island, we see it in a lot of other custom homes, is that's wood, which is great. But out here, especially in Texas, a lot of people like to have rock. So incorporate some of the outside in the inside. And they didn't do that. So, but that's not the main thing I was gonna tell you. We'll show that a little bit later on in the video. So you have appliances here. Would have been great to have another set of ovens. There's actually a microwave and an oven. Here is, look at the light coming in from this picture window. It's incredible all over this. So nice, beautiful quartz countertops. They actually put a Lazy Susan down in here too, which is very nice from a storage perspective. A lot of homes don't have that. Beautiful glass backsplash, and then the slow close cabinetry, which is very, very nice. An upgrade that they put here, so you have a 5-burner cooktop. It's electric, but they did do a pot filler, which is very nice. So basically what this is, some people ask me, hey, what is this thing? So this is actually, it's great because you actually turn the water on. This is the spout, you turn it on and the water will come out of here down into your pots, so you don't have to continue to take pots back and forth from, you know, the sink to there. They had the vent hood there in this direction. So I love the depot sink that they put in here. It's like dark gray, and you get the flow going over here to these areas. And again, similar farmhouse industrial style lighting, the pendants that they put in over here in this area. But the good thing about this is you can entertain. You can easily get 5 or 6 seats right there, chairs. You know, pretty much relegated to a TV on the ceiling on the fireplace. That would be something you don't see very often. You could put one right there, I guess, on that wall. You'd just be somewhat limited if you wanted to go anything bigger than probably 65 or 75 inches. I love the back entertaining space, and we'll obviously hit that up a little bit later on in the video. The built-in grill is always a huge success for a lot of our buyers that we have. They went with the old school pantry style door here. So this is cool. One feature I saw here is well, it was motion sensor. There we go, motion sensor. I'm big on pantries. You can never have enough space, and this one delivers 100%. Complete walk-in, multiple areas to put things. I would have loved to have seen electrical outlet. That's the only thing I think it's lacking, because a lot of times you can put stuff in here from that perspective. So outside of the electrical, I think it's a great space. This is a dining area, and it's good because a lot of people don't want to have that the disconnected dining areas. This one is all kind of centered in one, so it's a great place to have breakfast or gather. That's separate from the other areas, so it's kind of off to the side, so it's not one big shoebox of a room. It has its own delineated space over here, and I love that light fixture that they put in there too. Tremendous. And then another big picture window facing out the back in this new development here. Tons of room for a pool, a workshop, whatever you want to do. So it's a split floor plan. We have the primary room over to the left and the other secondary bedrooms over to the right. So we're going to go ahead and start over here in this area. Let's check out the primary before we go anywhere else. All wood look ceramic tile throughout the whole entire flooring. So the whole home has it. They did double crown molding on there, so just tremendous. The one negative I think here, if I could pick one out, if you have a California king or a king, you're kind of limited in space, especially if you have end tables, because it would fit there, or it could fit here on this side. But that door, which is fantastic to have access off the back, I love that about this place, this room specifically, but it limits what you can do here, especially if you have end tables, because it wouldn't quite fit on this wall that I'm on right now. So again, I don't think that'd be a huge problem unless you have really large end tables, then it could be an issue. So here is the primary ensuite. What's really not to love about this? You can nitpick some small things here, but you got the pendant lighting over this gorgeous independent soaking tub. I love the tile insert that they did underneath that to kind of define that space. And then that same countertop runs right through here in this primary area. The mirrors are included on this, and I really like the fixtures. They all just kind of dialed in. The designer did a fantastic job with all this stuff. And then you see what they have here. I really am a big fan of this in between. So you have his side or her side, so it really makes sense. And again, the really cool thing is the slow close. All the cabinets are slow close throughout the whole entire home, which you don't think it's a big deal until you have it and you get used to it, and then you go to somebody else's house and you slam it and you're like, whoops, sorry. Here's the commode. Not a ton of room, which is great because a lot of people don't want to waste a whole lot of square footage here, at least in my opinion. So they did a good job here. They got the door, it's closed off. It's perfect. You don't have to worry about anybody bothering you while you were in there. So I'm a huge fan of this particular walk-in shower. I'll tell you why. One, the colors look great. Two, you have the lighting coming in from outside, which is great. And it's up high enough off the ground that you don't have to worry about somebody jumping up and taking a look at it. But they actually did 2 shower heads in here. So you have the rain shower head there, and then you have the one that you can actually use and function with over here. And the good thing is you have this right here on the side, so you don't necessarily have to walk into the shower to turn it on. You can get it heated up and going just by reaching around the side right here, going over here to turn it on, which is fantastic. And all Delta fixtures, so you know it's a high quality product. I'm a big fan. Oh, that design they did there as well. So this house is 2350 square feet, or pretty close to that. So they packed a lot in here. So this is a good space. It's not an overly huge closet, just from a standpoint they didn't have a whole lot of room to navigate with when you're trying to pack in 4 bedrooms and the bathrooms into a house this size. So fantastic job, really. I feel like next room we go into, you're gonna see kind of what I mean, but I think it's kind of a positive, even though some people may look at it as a negative. So this is the laundry room. And you see those grand laundry rooms that some people have, and you're like, oh, that's fantastic. But what are you really doing in that space, right? You're washing clothes, getting them out, and taking them away. So this has enough room for a side-by-side, not stackable. You know, you have room for all your soap and anything that you need in these areas. They did a good little, closet there for a broom closet if you need it. However, there's no steps on this floor, obviously. So you can just literally set your robot vacuum to go and it covers everything. So this is a smaller space, but I don't think if you're gonna take away square footage from a space, it would be right here. And so I do like that from that regard. Here is a 2-car garage with access outside, which I'm a huge fan of. A lot of people don't do that. And it's a great idea to have that. You do have the window coming in, so you have all that natural light. That right there, I get questions quite a bit. That right there is attic access to get up there, and there's plenty of storage up there to do it. They have the water heater outside here. And another big positive, the landscaping system. They do have a rainbird, which you can expand. So it's already set up for that. Good to go. But again, I think my favorite feature out here is having that door from the garage to outside. And if you're gonna custom build a home, make sure you add that. Some people I know that have done that, and they always wish they would have added a door from the garage to go outside, so you don't have to open and close your garage door a bunch of times. Okay, so we're making our way. We've already seen all this area. We were in the back, into the primary area. Now we're going into the secondary bedrooms, and all of these are 11 by 11 with different kind of inserts. So really cool space. Everything is very consistent. Like I said, the window frames are all black. Tile throughout. This is the smallest closet of the 3 secondary bedrooms, but it's actually not even that small. You know, you could still walk in here if you needed to and go back there and get things. So while the square footage is still under 2,400 square feet, you still get a lot going on in here. This is bathroom. Did we not turn on that light? So apologize. So this is the bathroom. Again, very consistent, the exact same theme. Everything else is the exact same from a fixture standpoint. The mirrors are the same, the light fixtures. So you have that consistency, and they didn't go too crazy with it. There is a closet, linen closet, very similar here. So you have the commode here. Do want privacy. You do have the slider. So you have the pocket door that goes back in here. We always have it open. And then you have, again, Delta through there. Exact same setup, exact same design. This one actually with the tub there. So if you have kiddos, this one would be perfect for it. We left this open to just because the room didn't allow for anything else, the square footage that we needed to have. So, but for this kind of area here, usually if you're using the restroom or you're taking a shower, you can do both of the same. It's not going to be an individual setup for that. And you obviously have that there. So we'll go back in here and check out these 2 other rooms down this hallway. Obviously, another storage closet there. I like this room because you have the ability to have that kick out there. If you do want to have, you have a bed there set up. You can do a little, you know, a desk over here. And one thing I want to mention, on both walls, the builder did this, they put a nice chunk of wood back there. So one thing that is a good benefit of that is you can put your TV anywhere you want on this wall. You don't have to worry about hitting a stud in mounting a TV. Because if you're anything like me, you're probably gonna miss it 9 out of 10 times, even if you have the stud finder, but you're able to catch it there. You don't turn the light on in this closet. This is a nice, really nice closet. So it's a really cool feature. They use the extra wood back there to frame it in. I just thought that was a really cool idea. And take the guesswork out of, you know, mounting a TV. So take a look at this. I mean, this is definitely a very nice walk-in closet for this space here. Just a really good setup, how it flows over into everything else that they have. And again, this down here is fantastic because the design of this one called for an ensuite bathroom here. So this is excellent from the standpoint, this could be an in-law suite, really, if you wanted to. It's got a full bath connected to it. My absolute favorite feature is coming up, and I'll show you that here in a second, but we still have to cover the one thing that I really wish they would have changed in this house. Great size walk-in closet, just like the one that we saw before. So a lot of homes, especially new construction, they will skimp on the size of the closets. That did not happen here at this home. So this is just amazing. Exact same theme, so that's all the same. We'll go check that out here in a second. But you have this here, obviously have the commode, and then a gorgeous walk-in shower. Tucked back in here. So I mean, this is gonna hit a lot of people and give them great vibes, because that's what they're looking for, something very similar to this. To have access here. I particularly love this bathroom because it's right off the back patio. So if you're entertaining out here in this gorgeous space, this oversized space, then you have the ability to use the bathroom and not go through the house. If you have a pool, you have the ability to use that and not have to go through the whole house, get the floors wet. Everything is just simply right there. The cathedral ceilings are fantastic. You have access to the living area right there, that space. It connects over here to the primary right there, and then you have steps down to get out to the backyard, either here or there, which is just tremendous. Huge cedar wood beams right there, and then took it the extra mile with granite countertops, all weather, the sink, access to the plumbing down there, and this beautiful built-in, brand new, ready to go, very good size here. And here's the lot, a full acre, 15, 20 minutes from town. Subdivision's about 2/3 of the way done. But I do want to get to something. The number one reason that I don't understand why they did what they did in this particular build. And I would love to know from you, do you think it's going to be an Achilles, or would it be your reason why you wouldn't buy this house? Remember this kitchen area I talked about earlier. And I understand the 2,350 square feet. My issue is right here. Actually, a couple issues. So one, this is technically 32 inches. However, it just seems like a really big pinch point in this area. I would have loved, and while I understand the reasoning behind trying to make this great room as big as you can for 2,350 square feet, I would have liked to have seen this island push back this way a little bit more. Then that way you have more access to get in there. And then another thing is the fridge. It's in a great spot, but it's tucked back here to where you see that could be an issue. I mean, you still have access to the whole entire thing, but it's just kind of tucked back in a little too far to where, yes, you have access, but if you want to open this thing up all the way, you wouldn't be able to do that here. I don't know. You let me know in the comments. Is that a deal breaker for you? Is it a major design flaw, or just some kind of thing that you're just like, hey, it's really not the end of the world. There's bigger issues out there. So thank you for joining along this beautiful tour of this modern farmhouse. Again, this one is in Vernia, Texas. About a 30 to 35 minute drive from downtown San Antonio. And if you love more videos like this, we have a whole playlist dedicated to new construction here in South Texas. We'll put that over here. You can check it out. Again, if you have any questions, we have buyers and sellers guides also available in the link of this description below. You can check it out. Let me know if you have any other questions about modern farmhouse designs or any new construction here in the San Antonio area. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next video.